Society tells you that having few romantic partners is a flaw. But what if it's actually the ultimate sign of intelligence that 99% of people completely miss? Here's the truth psychology doesn't want you to know. You're not behind. You have an elite defense mechanism. Today, I'm going to prove to you that your solitude is actually a powerful filter made up of 5 rare traits. And trait number 5, it's going to blow your mind. By the end of this video, you'll understand why being selective isn't a weakness, it's a superpower. You'll discover the exact psychological mechanisms that make you different from the desperate masses. And you'll learn how to leverage your solitude into magnetic attraction without even trying. Stick around because this completely flips the script on everything you've been told about relationships. Let's start by destroying the biggest myth out there. You know that look, right? That pitying glance at family gatherings. That uncomfortable question from your aunt at Christmas dinner. So, where's the boyfriend? Where's the girlfriend? Society has programmed us to believe that if you don't have a partner, it's because nobody chose you, like your leftover merchandise on a shelf that nobody wanted. But what if I told you it's exactly the opposite? What if it's not that nobody chose you, but that you, unconsciously, decided not to choose just anyone? Here's where hard science comes in to support you. According to John Bowlby's attachment theory, a huge portion of the population operates from anxiety. They seek a relationship like someone searching for an oxygen tank because they feel like they're suffocating when they're alone. They need constant external validation to feel like they're worth something. You don't. And that brings us directly to trait number 1, extreme emotional independence. For you, a partner isn't a necessity to fill an existential void or to make you happy. It's a logical choice. You have what psychologists call a secure internal base. Think about it this way. While your friends jump from relationship to relationship because they're terrified of the silence in their own bedroom on a Sunday afternoon, you find peace and power in that silence. You're not looking for someone to complete you. That romantic idea of the other half is actually toxic. You're looking for someone who complements you. And that difference, it's massive. You already have your own life, your own mental stability, your own routines. So for someone to enter your circle, they have to bring something that's better than your own solitude. And let's be honest, your solitude is extremely high quality. Competing against your peace is incredibly difficult for an average person. Most people can't even spend 24 hours alone without spiraling into existential dread or reaching for their phone to text an ex. But you've built an internal fortress that doesn't need external reinforcement. This isn't coldness, it's emotional mastery. While others are building their entire identity around another person, you've built yours around yourself. And that's not selfish. That's the foundation of healthy relationships, but being independent is just the foundation. There's a much colder, almost mathematical mental mechanism that activates in your brain the moment you meet someone new. Before we dive into the next trait, which is the real reason people call you too picky, let me ask you something. Are you resonating with this so far? If you're nodding your head thinking this is me, then do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now. It helps more people find this content. Subscribe to the channel if you want more psychology content that actually challenges conventional wisdom. And drop a comment below telling me which trait resonates most with you. I read every single comment, and your insights help shape future videos. Alright, let's get back to it because the next trait is a brutal filter that eliminates 90% of potential partners before they even invite you for coffee. Trait number 2. Elevated selection standards, the mathematical filter. I bet you've heard this more than once. You're too picky. Lower your standards a bit, or you're going to end up alone. Sound familiar? Social pressure tries to convince you to accept what's available because people are terrified of seeing someone who prefers 0 over negative numbers. But you operate under a completely different system. Elevated selection standards. And this isn't arrogance, it's pure emotional mathematics. Most people are so hungry for affection that they eat emotional junk food. They accept any treatment just to avoid feeling cold at night. You're not hungry. You're already full of yourself. In the good sense, you have crystal clear clarity about what you tolerate and what you don't. Your unconscious motto is, I prefer my own company 1,000 times over being with the wrong person. And that, my friend, is a superpower in a world of disposable relationships. Here's what happens in your brain that most people don't do. While the average person falls in love in 15 minutes because someone has a pretty smile, you're scanning the complete picture. How do they treat the waiter? How do they talk about their ex? Do their actions match their words? Are they consistent over time? This connects directly to trait number 3, emotional depth and analysis. You probably have an introverted thinker profile, and careful, don't confuse this with shyness. It means you're a natural observer. Superficial elevator small talk or empty Tinder dates drain your vital energy. You're searching for a deep, oceanic connection in a world accustomed to swimming in puddles. That's why when you detect superficiality or inconsistency, your brain simply flips the switch and says, "Next." You save yourself months of drama because you see the end of the movie from the first trailer. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I'm selective and analytical. I understand why I'm still single. But what do I do with all that mental energy I'm not spending on relationship fights or failed dates? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Think about it coldly. An average relationship consumes a brutal amount of mental bandwidth. Good morning texts, jealousy arguments, planning dates, managing family drama. It's a full-time job. Since you're not investing your resources there, that energy doesn't disappear, it transforms. This brings us to trait number 4, obsessive focus on purpose. While others divide their attention trying to keep sinking relationships afloat, you have 100% of your CPU available for your own growth. This allows you to enter what psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls a flow state much more easily. Whether you're building a business, transforming your body at the gym, learning a new language, or mastering an art form, you're not alone. You're busy building a personal empire. This total channeling of energy has a curious side effect. You become magnetic. A person with a mission who doesn't need anyone and who's passionate about their projects shines differently. The irony is that by not desperately seeking a partner, you become the most attractive candidate in the room. People smell desperation and run from it, but they also gravitate toward the security and purpose that you radiate. Let me break this down in numbers. Average person's weekly energy allocation: 30% managing relationship drama, 20% seeking validation, 15% social media performance, 20% actual productive work, 15% personal development, your weekly energy allocation, 5% casual dating, if that, 15% deep relationships, friends and family, quality over quantity, 40% mission and purpose, 40% personal growth and mastery. See the difference? You're playing an entirely different game. And now we arrive at trait number 5, the masterpiece of the puzzle. The real reason you're still single isn't just because you're picky or busy. It's because you see danger before anyone else does. You possess what I call a high-sensitivity, anti-toxic radar. Your brain has developed an almost supernatural ability to detect microsignals of manipulation, narcissism, and codependency. Where others see romantic intensity or overflowing passion, you see love bombing. Where others see someone who really needs me, you see an energy vampire looking for a victim. This radar is instinctive. Sometimes you can't even explain it with words. You just feel a cognitive dissonance, an internal voice screaming danger. And most importantly, you listen to it. Most people ignore those red flags because their fear of loneliness is greater than their survival instinct. Not you. You choose your mental peace over any potential drama. You walk away immediately, without guilt, without looking back. Here's the paradigm shift you need to make right now. You haven't failed at love. You've succeeded brilliantly at protecting yourself. Those times you stayed single, they weren't defeats. They were masterful dodges of bullets that would have destroyed your emotional stability for years. Think about it. That person who seemed perfect but gave you a weird gut feeling probably avoided a toxic relationship. That charming person who love-bombed you, you dodged a narcissist. That needy person who wanted to move too fast, you avoided codependency hell. While your friends are on their 3rd divorce or 4th toxic breakup, you're still standing strong with your mental health intact, your finances uncompromised, and your sense of self fully developed. That's not losing. That's winning the long game. So stop letting society make you feel defective. You're not too picky. You're not commitment phobic. You're not difficult. And you're definitely not going to end up alone. You're a fierce guardian of your own ecosystem. Quality always beats quantity. And when you finally decide to let someone in, it'll be because that person truly passed the strictest filter in the world, yours. So let's recap what we've discovered today. The 5 traits that explain your selective nature. Number 1, extreme emotional independence. You don't need someone to complete you. Number 2, elevated selection standards. You prefer 0 over negative numbers. Number 3, emotional depth and analysis. You see the full picture, not just the pretty surface. Number 4, obsessive focus on purpose. Your energy goes toward building, not drama. Number 5, high sensitivity toxic radar. You detect danger before it strikes. These aren't flaws. These are elite-level psychological traits that protect you from the relationship disasters that plague most people. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 traits do you feel is strongest in your life? Is it the independence, that infallible radar, the obsessive focus on your mission? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and your insights often become the foundation for future videos. Here's what nobody tells you about being selectively single. You're not waiting for someone perfect. You're waiting for someone real. Someone who matches your energy, respects your boundaries, and adds value to your already fulfilled life. And when that person shows up, you'll know. Because unlike everyone else who mistakes intensity for intimacy and passion for compatibility, you'll recognize the real thing. If this video resonated with you, here's what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button. More psychology content that challenges mainstream narratives is coming every week. Turn on notifications, be the first to see new videos, and share this with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, your solitude isn't a problem to be solved. It's a sanctuary to be protected until someone proves they're worthy of entering it. The masses will never understand you. They're too busy jumping from relationship to relationship, trying to find themselves in someone else. But you've already found yourself, and that makes all the difference. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.